Hello there, YouTubers. Hey, it's been a while since I've done a weaving video, so I'm actually going to do one, and I know a few people have been waiting for one of these. There won't be a great deal of weaving, but I'm going to look at some weaving equipment. So that's sort of a weaving video. And what I've got is, well, I made it myself, but it's, if you were to look, say, at a website in the Woolery, where they sell looms and all kinds of stuff, they call it a cone holder. They also charge $90 for them, and I didn't feel like spending $90. So I made my own, and I spent about $10 or $12 for pieces parts at the local big box hardware store, Menards. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to move the camera down onto the floor so you can see it a little bit better. So here is the device that I just made a couple days ago, and basically you can see here what I did was I had this piece of wood right here. You know, at this angle it looks almost like my carpeting, but it's not. It's really a separate piece of wood. Okay, and that's a piece of old countertop. When we had new kitchen counters put in a couple years ago, I saved the pieces that had been cut out for the sink and where the cooktop goes, and just said inside that maybe someday I'll find a use for them. So I did find a use. I cut this to about I think it's 21 inches wide from here to here, and I cut it to 10 inches front to back. Then I drilled, in fact I ran out of doweling so you can see one of the holes that I drilled into them. 3/4 inch holes in them, spaced evenly across. And then I placed some 3/4 inch by 6 inch wooden dowels in there. I bought one piece of wooden dowel that was a yard long and cut it into 6 inch chunks. Placed those down into the holes with a little bit of Elmer's glue. Then I got one board, a piece of 1 by 2 by 4 feet that I bought, cut it up into two 1 foot long chunks and the other one 21 inches to match the base. Screwed them together. You can see a screw in there. Screwed it in at the bottom. There's that screw. And at the top. And I also used wood glue to put them together. And then I bought a little package of eyes, screw-in eye hooks, the kind like you'd hook a screen door to, I guess, with the hook that would go through like that. But I just screwed them in here, and now I can set either spools like this or a big cone of material on there, and I can pull however many threads that I need, up to 8 at a time, through those holes and not have them get tangled like I sometimes had a problem with in the past. So I'm going to put another one of the kind of purplish red spools on there, and we'll start using this and see how it works. Okay, I've got one last spool of this Maysville carpet warp that I'm going to use on my next project. Take the paper off it, and let's find the end. That's always. So there's that. Now let's take a look down at the fine device here. I see that we have a couple of supervisors here. They have spotted string. Haven't you, stupid cat? So we just put the spool onto the piece of doweling there and run the string up through the hole, and then I can use multiple threads at one time. So let's just stand up and try using this to do some warping. I'll tie a knot in the end just so I can have a starting point. For this project I want a bunch of threads of all the same color, so I thought I'd use 2 at a time. And I'm going for 3.5 yards of warp. So we'll just well, I guess you get the idea. This is what I'm doing. But so I can, there you go, I made basically 2 full passes up and down, and I got 8 threads on there. This is going to work out pretty good with 2 threads going at one time. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for 4 threads, 2 of the kind of red and 2 of the kind of bluish gray color. What I'm working toward is a project that is going to be what's called warp rep. That's a very thickly warp-faced piece of cloth. It's going to end up being like a throw rug. But what I want to do is get a lot of warp threads on quickly with my warping. So in the past, if you've noticed when I've done measuring the warp, it's always been single thread. Now I'm going to be doing 4 threads at a time with this fancy new cone holder of mine. And let's see how this works. I'm going to aim the camera down at the warping board. That should be about it. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I've got 4 threads in a group. So we'll loop the end over that piece there. And go around. 1, 2, 3. So that's the same amount of thread that I would have gotten in 8 passes the other way. So this should speed up the warping process considerably. Okay, so in 4 passes at this level I've got 24 threads. That's pretty decent. Well, this project definitely has the attention of one of my furry friends down here. That is Squirticus maximus, who's supervising. So one of the problems that I occasionally see is when I have to restart, I get caught on those hooks, but once I get that done, it goes fairly fast. You probably can't see the threads moving as much this way, but somebody is pretty interested. He's definitely watching down there. So I'm going to declare this contraption a successful build of another piece of equipment for my weaving. There, that was just a short video. I'll show you the rest of the weaving of this Rep Warp throw rug in a different video. But I want to get this one finished and up on YouTube fairly quickly. It is short. That's okay. You don't mind short, I don't think. I certainly don't mind short. So my ability to warp with multiple threads as opposed to one thread using this new device seems to be working fine. That's one of the techniques I picked up at the Vavstuga weaving school last October, and I think it'll speed up the process of warping my loom. So there you go, another short weaving video. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I certainly would appreciate it if you do subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.